What's up, man? It's your big brother K-Rino. Check it out. The TV show Wild and Out is coming back on the air, and which means that the powers that be have apparently decided that they have made our brother Nick Cannon do enough for them to allow him to get that platform back. Now, I'm not gonna say nothing bad about our brother Nick Cannon. So if you came here expecting to hear me say that or say anything negative about him, then I'm happy to disappoint you because this is bigger than brother Nick. It's bigger than him. It's about a power move um, carried out by these members of the Jewish community who own everything in entertainment. Now, I know what you're thinking. Okay, if they own everything, so what? You right. So what? Yeah, that's you have a right to gain ownership. Now we can discuss the means by which you obtained your ownership, but that's another story. However, when you use the power that you have in order to manipulate and to control the actions and to some degree the very thoughts of people, all because you dangling a dollar in front of them, then that's a whole other story. So the statement was made by Viacom that after apologizing for anti-Semitic comments and his apology mixed with his work with Jewish leaders and his willingness to allow himself to be educated by them, they have opened the doors back up and have invited him back to rejoin our team. That was their words. That's their words. We've invited him to rejoin our team. If you really just look at the past few months, what we saw was just a repetitive run of having Brother Nick entertain Jewish rabbis and other Jewish leaders and basically just taking him through the process of taking him through the process of apologizing and catering to their demands and to their wishes and basically trying to make it appear as though the things he said were not rooted in truth. The things that he said that got him in trouble in the first place. This is the importance of ownership that we just discussed. This is the importance of ownership, man. We have to get to a point where all of our millionaire, big time, rich entertainers will finally unify and come together and create platforms of their own. So no group will be able to tell you what you can and you can't say. And no group will be able to use that power in order to put a muzzle on your mouth. Plain and simple. Now, there's another angle to this that I want to explore simply because Nick Cannon is a brother who he looks out for other people. He employs a lot of people. And the loss of that platform put a lot of people in a position where they no longer had jobs. They didn't have employment anymore. So, in one sense, you can look at it like Nick doing what he had to do, or doing what he did in order to position himself to put other people back in positions of employment. And I understand that principle. I understand that. Because Nick is rich. Nick could stop doing everything that he was doing tomorrow and just retire and he would be set for the rest of his life. But when there are others that whose livelihood depends on that, they depend on you, then sometimes people will make that kind of sacrifice. Now, whether we agree with that or not, that is a possibility. The education that they so-called gave him, I'm not sure of what it all entailed, what the full details of it was. But on the same token, we got to remember something. A group of people who won't treat you right will not teach you right. So, whatever that education was coming from the source that it came from, you can't trust it. And I don't believe that Brother Nick trusted it well. I think he just did what he felt he had to do. Ownership is the key because they stripped him of his brand that he created. They stripped him of his brand because it was running on their platform. Then, when they felt as though they had made him, or this is in general, when they feel as though they have made you bow down enough, then they might give you back what was never yours. Think about what I just said. They might give you back what was never yours. It never belonged to you in the first place. So, Robert, I think his name is Robert Backish, is now the new CEO of VIACOM. It was Sumner Redstone, but he died, I think, last year. He's like 90-something years old. But now there's a guy named Robert Backish running it. He's a Jewish fellow. And this is a network of individuals who don't like to admit that they run this whole entertainment industry. But they do. And that was a man, I think his name was Joel Stein. He says, I don't have a problem with Americans thinking that Jewish people control entertainment, government, and media as long as we get to keep controlling it. Basically what he said. So I think about when Nick was offered to bring his platform to Revolt TV, which I think would have been, in my non-expert opinion, I think it would have been a good move to make. Because who's to say moving forward that he won't get caught up in a situation again? Because I can almost guarantee you that upon re-entry and upon the re-giving of this platform to him, it came with a stern warning. It came with strong instructions. And it was probably like a father talking to a child. We're going to let you back in, but you know what you can't say and what you can't do anymore. And they have always had this thing where they would tell you who you can and who you can't affiliate yourself with, who you can and who you can't even talk to, who you can and who you can't even mention. People like Minister Farrakhan, brothers like Professor Griff, and other greats from among us. But the most beautiful thing in the world is to be free to think and to speak however you want to, because there's nobody controlling that aspect of you. So I wish my brother the best. I'm happy from one angle that he may be able to now help other people in that particular realm. But I believe that he could have done that regardless. But we need to think full ownership, family, full ownership, because nothing is worse in my eyes than having a view and having somebody tell me that I can't express it and threaten me that if I do express it, they're going to snatch a rug out from under me. All right, man, it's your big brother K-Rino. Y'all leave y'all comments below. And much love. Peace.